Hi friends, thank you very much for clicking ABC Learning English Solution. Friends, today on this video we are going to discuss some of the questions. My dear friends, you can say it's a self-checking video. That means you can check yourself whether you are confident in English or not. My dear friends, I'm sure if you can solve all the problems or about 80 to 90% of the problems, your English is really amazing and you are pro in English. So my dear friends, better check it out and test yourself. So my dear friends, without wasting time, let's get started. The first question, they led a happily life. My dear friends, you can see this is the subject, they led, this is the verb to form, and a happily life, it is the object. Life here, it is the noun, and this part, a is the determiner of noun life, and this part, my dear friends, here you can see happily, it is basically an adverb. So the word that describes the noun, that must be adjective, but it is written here happily. So I should write down happy here, not happily. So there is a mistake. It should be happy. Happy. That means they led a happy life, and this is the correct answer. My dear friends, I think you can understand. The second question. Friends, being a hot day, everyone bought ice cream. Friends, here you can see this is the subject, and bought, this is the verb to form, and this is the object. Ice cream is the object of this verb bought. So my dear friends, the main verb is here bought, and the subject is everyone, and this part is a participle phrase, being a hot day. Actually, my dear friends, whenever we use any kind of participle phrase in a sentence, the subject of this verb, here you can see the be verb is written here. That means we have used the continuous form of be, that is being, and we have written being here. So obviously it has a subject reference. Actually the subject of the principal verb, that is the subject reference of being. But my dear friends, you can understand it is basically a linking verb. That means the subject and the complement, this complement here, the complement is hot day. So basically it's a subject complement, and if everyone is the subject, then it is mismatching here. So we have to repair it. Now the question is, how can we repair it? Let's try to do it. Friends, actually we have to introduce one subject for it, and we have to write down here. Actually, my dear friends, we have to supply one subject for this verb being, and that will be equal to hot day. So my dear friends, hot day, that means it's an inanimate thing. So friends, for hot day we can use the term it. So before being we should write down it being a hot day. So the subject become it of the verb being, and this is the subject complement. Actually it equal to hot day. My dear friends, this entire phrase, at the time b will be b will be small. So it being a hot day, it become a phrase. It is a phrase, it's not a clause, because you can see being is not the main verb here. Being is here, here the term being is present participle. So it will be called an absolute phrase. Absolute phrase. Now the sentence will be, it being a hot day, everyone bought ice cream. So this is the correct answer. I think you can understand. Friends, next question. I have a few knowledge in English. I have a few knowledge in English. I is the subject, have is the verb. I is the subject, have is the verb. Here, a few knowledge, that is the object, in, that is the preposition, and English, that is the object of this preposition. So it become a prepositional phrase. Here, friends, knowledge, it's a noun, and obviously it's uncountable noun. Uncount noun. So before that, we cannot use any kind of countable determiner. Few is basically countable determiner. We use the term few with countable nouns. So we have to change it. That means in spite of few, we should use little. That means I have a little knowledge in English. This is the correct answer. Next question. I prefer tea than coffee. Friends, this term prefer, whenever we use the term prefer as a verb, after that, obviously we cannot use then. Prefer is always used with this term too. So prefer is always followed by to. So we have to write down, I prefer tea to coffee. My dear friends, this is the correct answer. Next question. In spite of she is having high fever, the girl came to school. Friends, here this is the principal clause. The girl is the subject, came is the verb, and to school, that is the prepositional phrase. Now here, in spite of, actually my dear friends, it's a preposition. It's a preposition, and after that we have to use its object. Friends, here you can see she is having high fever. My dear friends, this part is not a subordinating conjunction. Try to understand it. This is not a subordinating conjunction. So obviously we cannot use subject plus verb after it. If we use any kind of subordinating conjunction, after that we can use subject or verb. In spite of, it is not a subordinating conjunction, it is preposition. So after that, obviously we have to use, after in spite of, as it is a preposition, we have to use a noun or a noun phrase. This is the main thing. So we cannot write down here a clause, we have to change it. So we have to change it in a phrase. So we have to reduce C and is. That means in spite of having high fever, the girl came to school. At that time, what will happen? The girl, the subject of this verb, this subject will be the subject reference of the verb having. This will be the subject reference. This girl will be the subject reference of the verb having. So after that it will be okay. It will be correct. So the correct answer will be, in spite of having high fever, the girl came to school. Friends, I think you can understand. Friends, the next question. Do you know where does he live? Friends, here you can see we have used to. We have used do to ask question in present tense. In present tense we use do or does at the beginning to ask any kind of question, to form any kind of question. Friends, this is basically close-ended question. For close-ended question we use do. For open-ended question we use wh word, but here we have done the mistake. We have used question format in both of this part. It's a wrong idea. We cannot use it. Basically this is embedded question, and the subordinate part, we have to write down assertive. So, so here, where does he live? We cannot write down. Better we should live where he lives. After that, question mark. So, my dear friends, this is the interrogative structure, and this part became assertive structure. Friends, this is a correct answer. The answer is, do you know where he lives? Next question, unless you don't work hard, you will not be successful. This is the principal clause. This is the subordinate clause. Friends, here you can see this is the negation, and here you cannot write down another negative word because we have used unless at the beginning. Because unless actually, friends, actually unless means, this term unless means if not. If not, it means inside this term there is the presence of the negation, or there is the presence of not, so we cannot use it for the second time. It will be superfluous. That means we cannot use the same word in the same clause repeatedly. It's a mistake in English language. We cannot do it. We should not do it. So the correct answer will be unless you work hard. So we cannot write down here don't. Unless you work hard, you will not be successful. This is the correct answer. Friends, it's a very important question, and there is a very deep concept inside this question. My father, who is a teacher, teaches English. Friends, who is a teacher? Here you can see this is the subordinate clause. And my father teaches English. My father teaches English. This is the principal clause. And who is a teacher? This part is basically adjective clause, or you can say relative clause, because we have used the relative pronoun here. So who refers to the antecedent father. Now, friends, if you think about the adjective clause, adjective clause and adjective clauses are of two types. One is called defining, another one is called non-defining. Defining means it is very much important to write down in this way, and non-defining means it is extra information. Extra information means that is not necessary to write down in the sentence. If you want to provide any kind of extra information, at that time you can write down. Friends, actually, if the subject of this part, if it is definite, we no need to use defining adjective clause. My father is always definite, because we all have only one father. If you can write down here brother, there may be the possibilities of more than 2 3 4 fathers. At that time this part is very much important. That means we have to identify which brother we are talking to. But here we do not need to identify this subject, because this subject is definite always, because it is one in number. That's why we have to make it non-defining. That means this part is not necessary for my father. So what to do? The easiest way you can see, the easiest way, you have to put down two commas. My father, comma, who is a teacher, comma. Friends, it became non-defining. This part is not important. Here it is extra information, and it is not used to identify this person. Friends, only we have to put down two commas after father and after the conclusion of adjective clause. Friends, I think you can understand the logic. Friends, now she has a black beautiful silk sari. Friends, here she is the subject, has is the verb. This is the subject, has is the verb. And after that you can see a black beautiful silk sari. Sari is the noun. And before that we have used silk, that is adjective, beautiful, that is adjective, black, that is adjective, and A, this is the determiner. Now you can see these adjectives are of different type. Silk, it refers material. Beautiful, it refers opinion. And black, it refers color. Color, opinion, and it is material. Friends, at first we have to use opinion, then color, then material. So we have to arrange it in this format OCM. So the correct answer will be C, has a beautiful, then black, silk sari. So this will be the correct answer. These black must be replaced after beautiful. And one thing, we do not need to put down comma after beautiful or after black. No need to write down comma, because all these are the description of sari. All these are adjectives. Friends, I think you can understand. Next question. I gifted a book to my friend bound in leather on his birthday. Friends, I is the subject, gifted is the verb, and a book, it is the object. To my friend, to is the preposition, and my friend, it is the object of this preposition. Friends, here you can see bound in leather. Friends, this part is bound is adjective. Adjective means third form, so it is past participle form. It is adjective here, and in preposition leather, leather is object of preposition in. On is also a preposition, and his birthday, it is the object of on. Now the problem is that these participle phrase, it is basically past participle. This participle phrase is misplaced here. After friend we have written, actually bound in leather, it is related to book. So my dear friends, whenever we use any kind of adjective or adjective phrase, we should place it we should place it close to that noun for which we have used it. Here you can see bound in leather, it is used for the term book. So after book we have to write down here bound in leather. Bound in leather. So my dear friends, the correct answer will be I gifted a book bound in leather to my friend on his birthday. Friends, I think you can understand the logic. The all 50 boys are present today. Friends, here there is a silly mistake. You can see uh, boys are present today. There is no such mistake. Mistake is there in these determiners. Friends, here you can see we have used three determiners with the noun boys: 50, all, and the. Friends, here actually the problem is all this term is a predeterminer, the is central determiner, and 50 is post determiner. So we have to arrange it in this way. Before that, at first we have to use predeterminer, after that central determiner. So the is the central determiner and all is the predeterminer. So all the 50 boys are present today. That will be the correct answer. So my dear friends, thank you very much for watching this video, and I think you have solved most of the problems. And if you can do it, obviously your English is very good, your English is amazing. So thank you very much once again for for watching this video, and stay tuned. I'll post these types of several videos in no time. So my dear friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.